Well, hello and welcome to this very special Diwali edition with me, Tanvir Gill. It is a very special edition indeed, as I have as my guests on the show one of the most influential and illustrious business families in India, a family that has truly been credited for placing India on the global map. In a rare TV interview, actually I should say very rare TV interview, I have with me the Hinduja brothers, as they're fondly referred to talk about the things that are most important to them in life, and on the special occasion of Diwali, how despite being from the busy world of business, they are able to take out time to invest in their spiritual beliefs. Mr. Gopichand Parmanand Hinduja and Mr. Ashok Parmanand Hinduja are my guests today. Thank you so very much, both of you, for taking out the time. Happy Diwali to both of you, to the entire family, from the entire team at ET Now. And I thought, that's a good way to start off the interview.
Of course. Let us also wish you a very happy Diwali.
Thank you so much. What do you make or do during Diwali that makes the celebration special for the family?
It's a good question. Let me tell you. When we were young, my late father and mother, they used to have first thing to take us to the temple and perform certain pujas and celebrations. In those days, we hardly understood what is Lakshmi Puja. But we were able to catch up gradually as we grew up, and we could understand why they are celebrating. Now, from there, then they used to ask the Panditji to find an auspicious time to do the Lakshmi Pujan in the office, and that used to be in the office. So, we had asked our parents why Lakshmi Puja in the office and not at home. The answer was that on very same day, Ashok, correct me if I am wrong, they also keep the books.
That's
correct?
Right.
And in those days there were no computers, and in Hindi we used to call them, in Sindhi also we used to call them Vahi. There used
Vahi
to be
Chopras.
Vahi Chopras, and in those Vahi Chopras they used to first
Draw the Ganesha and then the Lakshmi.
Oh, nice.
And after that we used to write in our own Thatai language that may Goddess Lakshmi bless everyone and bring prosperity to all of us. So, all our office staff, our family members, everyone used to be there, and then there used to be a Lakshmi Aarti. From Tehran, when we moved to London, our global vision became more wider, the scope was larger, the canvas became wider. So, we started in New Zealand House Diwali parties, where we also used to have the prime ministers, the foreign ministers, the governments, and we never used to only invite the leader of the ruling party, but all the parties.
Basically celebrate with everybody.
Celebrate with everybody, because that is a day you should not keep any envy with anyone. You will be surprised, we used to even invite people who used to harm us. We knew that they are someone who always keep on stabbing behind us or speak ill about us. But the way we were groomed up by our parents, that was the nature, it went on.
Diwali is about peace, prosperity. It is about worshipping Goddess Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth. And so it's very important that I ask both of you this. What does wealth mean to you? You have created enormous wealth, not just for yourself, your family, but for over 1 lakh employees across the world. What does it mean to you?
Ashok, you want to go ahead?
Now you start, I'll add on.
Let me tell you, I started in business from the age of 17 and a half, 18 years. I never worked for money. And even if you ask me today, I have never calculated my wealth. and you will say this is unacceptable, but this is a reality. There used to be a shloka from Bhagavad Gita which said in English, "O Prince, keep on doing your duty without expectation of the results." Now, that does not mean that when we do a new business or transaction, we do not see that it is viable or not. But we do not even start thinking कि this much profit will happen and from this profit I will do this, I will do that. वो शेख चिली वाली बातें नहीं करते थे, हवाई किले नहीं बनाते हैं. आ गया तो ठीक है, नहीं भी आया तो we have done our karma. So, when you are not attached to anything and you think that money is not possessive, it is not, because when we leave this world, do we take anything with us? Not even the kafan. So, it is very difficult for people to understand this, and they get into greed, they get into what you call Kalyug. So, the thinking always is that wealth is meant for giving away for good causes. Father always used to say, and this is how we are structured in the family, everything belongs to everyone, nothing belongs to anyone.
We all believe we have to work so that we can give and leave it to Almighty what the result comes.
For the longest time, the family has made it to the list of the wealthiest. I mean, do these lists really matter? I mean, what's your reaction to that?
Shall I tell you one thing? All these magazines are rich lists which are prepared. If you ask the experts on what basis they have made, what do they know about us? Because in reality, no one really knows anybody else's wealth.
Because you see, what they see is the listed entities.
That's true.
What is behind non-listed entities is only the information and hearsay.
Since you brought up, about your parents and the spiritual legacy that the family and all the 4 brothers have inherited from the parents, let's talk about, how your leadership has been influenced by your father's work ethics. Work to give, word is bond, act local, think global, partnership for growth, advance fearlessly.
Now, you see, these principles were made at his time, but we find they are even applicable today. When we used to watch his firmness, and he was very honest so far as his ethics of business were concerned. Word is a bond. He never believed in documentation. He always believed that if he likes a buyer or if he likes to be associated with someone, he would deal with him. Otherwise, he would tactfully keep away from him. And more than him, it was my mother. She was not an MBA, she was not educated, but she used to get instincts that this is the wrong person. And if he had come to meet my father at home early morning for a business or tea or coffee, she used to send the message. I remember the name of a staff we had, Gopal, and she used to write in Hindi and send it to him.
Be careful from this person.
Be careful.
Very
इसके साथ काम नहीं करो. Now, those business ethics and the leadership quality was very simple. He used to treat all his office staff and employees as part of the parivar, extended parivar. He never treated them as servants or staff. And even when he used to eat, he used to make them sit along with them.
Right.
Now, when youngsters do this, it works. And he never believed in appointments. Whoever
You mean
wanted
designations? Designation?
He didn't even believe in designations.
Okay.
But people knew that he is Parmanand Deepchand Hinduja. And he had created an excellent reputation in Iran and the bazaar. They all used to say, if there were 10 merchants, they used to say, no, we want to deal with him because we know he has business ethics. Now, that is how we brothers were groomed up. So, based on that, we are more careful on reputation, credibility. Money can come, money can go, but reputation gone, it takes a long time to bring it.
Yeah, I just wanted to understand, has your leadership style evolved with the changing business environment? Because you have been in business for decades and decades now, seen so many cycles. As brothers, do you believe that you have also changed with the times, your own approach towards business?
You see, at times it becomes very difficult for anyone to understand our way of living, way of doing business, because we are now spanning into the 4th generation. We are coming from the 2nd generation. We are brothers, and if one brother takes one decision, all accept it.
There never disagreements?
No, there can be different views.
Ah, okay. That's how you approach it always.
But there is no disagreement. It's not that suppose Ashok takes one decision, I tell him, Ashok, I don't agree with you. I just want you to cancel this transaction. That will never happen. We'll give him a push, tell him, fine, you have done this. Now let's try and see what modifications we can do. Now, this comes from where? With the blessings of the parents. That's our belief. And because we don't have the greed, or we don't have, we can make mistakes. There is one saying कि मैं गलतियां तो कर लूँगा पर मेरे में कोई फरेब नहीं है. So we never like to cheat anyone. Now that itself also strengthens our moral.
So let me add to this, the style of business with the brothers is more entrepreneur. It's not that something which we have planned that we have to do, right? The 3rd generation is working on a strategies, on the plan, on the corporate, the 5-year plan, 10-year plan. But we at the brother level, I'll give you an example of Ashok Leyland, right? One good morning, because the communication system between the brothers is very strong. London time and India time is morning hours. So we speak in the morning, his time is 7, my time is 11:30. Picks up the phone, oh, today in the newspaper comes that UK holding company is selling Ashok Leyland in India. Ashok, come on. Your name is being on sale.
Exactly, it's
Right?
not the same.
So tell me, should we pick up? So we, as a jokingly,
Yeah.
we said, okay, but we have no industries here in India.
Yeah.
We have no background. But okay, it's a good thought. Let's get it and let's move. And this is how, from that talk, the deal got clicked. Then we take it as a challenge that we have to achieve it. Then the bidding comes, the competition comes, various, business jargons come into it.
Absolutely.
But then we take it as a challenge to achieve it.
Yeah, once made the decision, then you see through
This
it.
is how our Carlton House Palace
Yeah.
was the challenge, we took it. That is how OWO became a challenge in the bidding. We achieved it.
One interesting aspect that you just highlighted, sir, was the fact that you have great communication between all 4 of you. You speak every day, all 4 of you?
Yes.
Not once.
Okay. Oh, really? All
Many
4?
a time.
Oh,
Many a
wow.
time.
Now the charges are less than before.
That's true.
Earlier, I remember my London
Makes it distance
telephone
shorter.
bill used to be over 90,000 pounds to 100,000. Only last month I asked them to bring the details, it's only 16,000 pounds. Maybe because of the competition in the telephone system.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
costs have gone down.
So my people have negotiated the deal well.
Yeah.
So it becomes very easy when we talk
Yeah.
within the brothers, it's like a local call.
I have to talk about, at this stage, GP sir, this is a theme which is very close to your heart. How much do you really think about the wheel of karma, dharma and destiny? Because you've spoken about it in the past, you've authored a book on the same. What is in our control and what isn't in our control? Especially given what you have achieved.
The past karma definitely has an effect when you are born. And at that time, immediately, the planets which are on you, they have their effect. And I believe in all the 9 stars, planets. And we all know what Rahu does, what Ketu does, what Shani does, what Guru does, what Buddha does. Now, keeping all that in mind, we are strong believers that the Almighty has given to human being mind to think what is right and what is wrong. You have to keep on doing your karma, and whenever you do anything with good intention, not to harm anyone, you will be surprised. About 30 years back, I had a Muslim friend of mine. I had been to Calcutta on some wedding. There is a Kali Mandir. I went there. There was a big queue. So this friend of mine says, "What did you ask?" I said, "Jag ka kalyan, sab ka kalyan." He says, "I have many other friends who are here and each one is asking, मेरे बीवी का ये होना चाहिए, मेरे को ये मिलना चाहिए, वो मिल." अरे मैंने कहा यार मेरे से नहीं होता है ये. If there is a prosperity for everyone, we are part of it. Now that thinking, it's not easy. It has to be within your DNA. Now, I have always felt I like to read books which are inspiring, like Vivekananda, who has clearly said nothing is impossible. So if the stars are bad, you get a setback, you should take that as a stepping stone for success.
So you refer to Bhagya, Karma and Destiny. Bhagya is the past, as GP said. Why today children in the same city at same time, because horoscope, the planets work on the time, the date of place and the date of birth. Why some children at the same time when in any city they are born, some are born sick, some are born in the rich family, some are born in the poor family. So it is past, but the scientific world has not accepted that because they have to still do the research on that. As far as karma is concerned, that is in your mind. It is left to every individual to take your own decision. How can he take a right decision?
Yeah.
A murderer, when he murders, he says he's right. A thief thinks that he is right. The question is, sanskars come in. That is how your mind, your wisdom, your knowledge, through right sanskars, going to right gurus, try to understand the right scriptures, and then your mind also gets into the right direction. And the same ethics we follow for our businesses. Whatever we think is right, whether it comes success or failure, it is left to Almighty.
So I want to ask you, since you're so well entrenched with the Indian environment, the global environment, and when I study your management structure also, I see that there are individual teams, independent teams for each of the businesses. So how do you manage that? How do you manage being involved yet empowering your teams to do what they think is best for the business?
Should I say?
Yes, go ahead.
You see, the concept is left to the management to come with the plans. The management do their study, they do their research from the team of their management. They bring it to the board interact, discusses, and finally, whatever fine tuning is required, they do it. And when that is done, then it is monitored monthly. And it's not monitored after quarterly or half yearly.
We have monthly PRMs. So basically, we brothers, we make a strategy and guidelines, then leave it to the professionals, and we try to see how strong we can keep our board, how well the governance can be there, because otherwise it is practically impossible to run in 38 countries with so many companies. We have to have good professionals, good leaders in the team, and we have to delegate powers to them. If we don't delegate powers, good professionals will never come to us.
We have very strong control and restrictions on the leveraging. So we don't get, because the market today, the world is running with number games, right? And that pulls them towards the greed. And then you get into the leveraging.
Over-leveraging.
And okay, you have this asset.
That's the problem we are facing now.
Why not we leverage?
You see, in my career, I have seen 3-4 times recessions. The recent ones of 2008, then the Black Monday. You will be surprised. In our family, in our group, we didn't had a 0.01% effect. The reason being only one, because of corporate governance, being conservative. We did not jump from 0 to 100. We are consistent. We like to grow slowly, but being surely and being very stable to what we want. Otherwise, it becomes very difficult when the recession comes, because you can't always have the good weather.
Yeah.
We are used to the British weather, where every 2 hours the weather keeps on changing.
That's true.
You may take an overcoat, after 2 hours you find sun coming in, and you don't like to have the overcoat with you.
Yes, true, sir. You have to always be prepared for rainy days. Okay. What I also gather from your thoughts, sir, is that you don't take failure to heart. Is that a fair assessment?
100%. No, nothing belongs to us. So why should we be concerned about the failures? But if you are attached, then it will have an effect on you. So we have to be detached. That is the main thing what our Bhagavad Gita teaches us.
It's a well documented fact that not many promoter families in India, industrial groups, have enjoyed their success together as a family, but you've managed to do that. So what is the secret to your unity between the brothers?
I'll tell you. Firstly, detachment to wealth. Secondly, brothers, we have taken each other as a friends. We are very frank, we are very blunt. I may talk to my elder brother. Respect, yes, when it is necessary. But otherwise, as a friend, we just keep on joking, we keep on doing everything without having. In the old days, if you remember, the youngsters used to feel scared from their elders. But if you see my sons, we have treated them only as our friends. Okay, everyone likes to have some fun. If you don't give them this fun, they will go hidingly and have fun. Okay? So that sort of relationship, that sort of transparency, it helps in keeping the family united. In my view, India should focus more on seeing how we keep our family values and traditions and the culture strong. But I am finding day by day this is deteriorating. But in the family, one good thing, wherever we have been abroad, we have been trying to see how we promote that, and also we act as a good bridge between the host country and the home country.
So you
Let me add to this. My theory, it's a DNA. is the blessings of the parents, how the children are brought up, and that DNA follows. Sanskaras are important for combining the family, because in today's world, need and greed is very difficult to resist. So one can't say what is going to happen in the 4th, 5th, 6th generation, because if you see in the Indian families, between the 2nd and the 3rd generation, there is a split, right? So I think we should give credit to our parents.
Now, what happens when one child or the second child, the thinking is different? We don't blame him. It's the doing of Almighty, correct? Then it's the job of elders to ensure that they should take that for granted and try to see how adjust ourselves rather than asking those children to adjust.
So to succeed into this, follow Ramayana, so follow your social and family lives and values as Maryada, Purush, Ram, and do your businesses as Krishna says. So we in the family are now following Ramayana and Krishna. Right?
Is that your message also for our viewers as we wind up this
sure.
show? Any message that you would want to give out?
I think I would like to wish every one of the observers a very happy Diwali and suggest to them, keep away from evil, forgive everyone,
I think that's
and be prosperous. That is my wish.
Ashok sir?
Same thing.
Okay.
God bless. Happy Diwali.
Well, that's a lovely message. Thanks very much, both of you, once again, for taking out the time, sir, and sharing with us, your spiritual beliefs for the benefit of our viewers. Thanks once again. Really appreciate your time and wishing all of you a very happy Diwali at the Hinduja family.
Thank you.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/etnow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at @etnowlive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/etnow.